Welcome aboard, cosmonauts. My name is Cosmic Oceans. I'm back with Dream Daddy. This is part 3, and we left off with meeting Amanda's English teacher, Mr. Vega, Hugo. He's pretty cute. And now we're in the car, so we're talking to Amanda about all this. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents, and that's okay because sometimes that's what kids do. Okay. And that's okay, but also sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share. Love ya. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class. It's fine. He's fine. We pull up to a stoplight and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything.
Aww.
Uh-huh. I can tell whatever it is she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R. is going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yep. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny? I don't think you'd get it. Okay. Who are you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend? Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah? What? No. Dad. Ugh. I can't believe you would, Dad. I mean, geez. Why would you, ugh. Gross. Sorry, just asking. Dad, my friend. Guys and girls can be friends, he's my friend. Okay. Jeez. This is going well. Yeah, real well. We're having a great time. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then. Eat plenty of carbs the night before a big game. Dad tip number 48. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. Hell yeah! Language, Missy. Heck yeah? Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be here. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread with cheese on it? Or do you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and an unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious. We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Oh no, we don't know what memes are. Sigh, which meme? All memes. Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all us youths have already done the joke to death. And what's worse than that is that movies and TV and video games will try to jump in on the meme train, but just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out, so it just dates it and it isn't funny. Oh shit, what up? Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Wanna go to that goth store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as an anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of the establishment. I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s. Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one. Yeah, this isn't Hot Topic. Amanda runs into the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. Yes. There it is. You can still see the outline, kinda. I'm so proud? Speech. Amanda. Hey. Speech. Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting. Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Flowers had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dad Goth and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping. Slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their head. So one of them also starts clapping. I bow my head. Oh hey, chain wallets. While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for Dad to look at in Dead Goth and Beyond. Look at ironic mugs. If there's only one number one dad, then why are there so many mugs here that say that? The whole time I thought I was the only one. If I'm not number one, where do I place on the global dad ranking charts? I have work to do. Look, this is very important to me. I overheard hear a stifled argument over at the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and shows it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. Don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here. Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian-inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I have outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they are Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Hey, Dadatron 5000. Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt on the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what was that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch trying to find something to watch over our bowls of ice cream. Oh cool, Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Trucker is on. Your favorite, right? Oh hell yes. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but also they're hunting ghosts. Also the trucks are hunted. This is an episode I've seen already, but it's one of the best. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brothers truck driving and ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no, the ghosts done got control of the truck. I can't steer on them there damn ice roads. Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die. Ah, almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like you're going to die. Huh? That's because we're about to die, you. This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after the disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Don't we have a day job? You're young, you have your health, now is the time to take risks. That is dad tip number 31. Zoz. Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You have never ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves and one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. Is this IKEA furniture? So you excited for the cookout today? If there's food, I'm excited. I'm all over those terrible store-bought sugar cookies that everyone brings to parties. Yeah, those are bad. Which means there are more for me. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will all get that we will all get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. The social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late. What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time? You know what? We're going early, just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people, and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through the sprinklers, and adults chat in small clusters. I set our veggie plate down on a table next to 2 other veggie plates. Hey, there's Joseph. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome! I'm so glad you two are here. And you brought veggies? Oh. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. This is Christine and Christy. They're twins. They stare creepily and say nothing. They're really creepy. Krish? One of our youngest? Krish? Wait, where's Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? She looks like a vampire. They do not look like a good couple. She's a fucking vampire. Her children are fucking goblin demons, and he's covering it up. I swear to God. Your lovely wife, Mary. Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to... Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Sam, and his daughter, Amanda. This is weird. They're weird. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. I love her. Nice to meet you, Mary. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Haha, my wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. This is Robert. He lives just across the way. Oh. A haggard man nursing a glass of whiskey eyes me up and down. Hey. Hey, I'm Sam. It's nice to meet you. He takes a long swig of his drink. Charmed. Sam and his daughter just moved in next door. Cool. If you ever need recommendations on where to get a drink in this town, Rob's your man. I told you not to call me Rob. Right, got it. Robert ambles away without saying goodbye. He's really not a people person. Me neither. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick at some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. Ugh, I don't want to have to make friends. Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? Oh, man, that's sad. But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad. They're going to talk about weather. Go do it. Make a friend. But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Amanda shoves me to the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party, and I am surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? What a cool guy. And mysterious. Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't that guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Goth and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Craig. But wait a second, all of these people live in our cul-de-sac? This can't be right. I'd better investigate. Robert and Brian. Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Joseph and Damien. Burger time. I want to go talk more to Hugo. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try to compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're unique, a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place. And to try and take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be busy talking, so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Listen in on Matt and Hugo. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm in comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? I'm so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it. Well, sure, you could say that Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall. Well, that's pretty subjective. How do you mean? Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. That's Magritte. Right, Art, sorry. You're fine, dude. We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked was if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better. Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose one between thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and abstract beauty of cubism? Man, that's all way above my head. Me too. Haha, it's all good, man. The coolest thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have totally different effects on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome. Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please. Sorry, I get really fired up about art stuff. Sam, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly. Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us. What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Oh, what a good guy. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope, but you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on. Haha, hey Sam, this is my daughter. Hello. I'm Carmencita? Carmencita? Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend and, your teacher? Oh, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors. Yep. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper? Ha ha ha, great seeing ya. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger gun moves from me. I'm very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go? Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
Sweet manchego.
Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking?
Oh.
Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette, then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right?
Oh.
Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants, nearly burned down half the yard. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half of my yard, too.
Nice.
Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey everybody, sorry about that. Sam, this is my son Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. ... Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter?
Oh.
Ernest. Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah, good for you.
Oh.
Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. Ernest! Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs. I'm so sorry, he's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber. See? That right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? I don't know. I think we'll just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we were once raged against, and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18. She still thinks I'm cool. Oh, Lord. I yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point. As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right. But it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Don't let us eat up your time, Sam. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. Okay, well, let's get through this. Glance across the yard, knows Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one up by Brian or whatever happened with Robert last night. What happened with Robert? Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile and walk over to them. Hey, guys! Sam, how the heck are you? Settling into the neighborhood alright? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order, at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got that 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. Oh boy. Sam, have you met Robert yet? Yeah, we've met. We didn't meet. We locked eyes in a coffee shop and met briefly here. Well, kind of. I guess we did meet. Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trip, spending a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She's definitely an outdoorsy one. Even caught her first fish. It's good to see you taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it. And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Brian raises his eyebrows at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a second. Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years, not since the last time. Same here. Well, things change once you have Wait, what happened the last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out in the back country. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in my army days. comes from Kansas. They built them tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle when the rope bridge snaps. You can see the bone popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy's screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound, but now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you, there were moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy, but you build a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. I got that boy back to civilization, but I lost some of me out there. I guess that's camping for ya. Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of whiskey. I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down a river and he lost a flip-flop. Missed that kid. Brian and I laugh nervously. Or am I kidding? Brian and I tense up again. I'm kidding. Phew. Amanda and Daisy barrel up to us laughing. Daisy is holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We gotta get off this haunted truck. Oh no, the ghost locked the doors. Quick, hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and we'll just get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts. But how will we ever survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like it. Although I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing. Robert. Wait a second. Are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah. Amanda and I love that show. It's the best, especially the episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality reality television. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries. Alright, Daisy, I found a couple of bugs. They're going to make a great meal, lots of protein, gonna keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over there. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Let's go find kindling for a fire. Okay. But not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend? Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me on this. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people too. Oh ho ho, kids, right? Gotta love 'em. You're required to by law. I hear that. Well, since they're getting along well, maybe we should try to put together a little playdate for them. They do seem to get along really well, but the thought of continually hearing about Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas. Okay. This part's getting a little long, but let's just finish the barbecue. Spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead Goth and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter, it provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. Sam, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Goth and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Goth and beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Goth and Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second. I look over at Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
Hi.
Hey, Amanda, would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back, I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would more describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. Bats are cool, though. Ah, pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walked up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? It's a vampire movie, if you don't know. That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting Damien Bloodmarch. His name is Bloodmarch, at your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. They are speaking in unison? Hey! Won't you come play with us? This is like a Red Rum moment. Like, come play with us forever. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this.
Oh.
Kristen and Christy slowly back away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. I think I might have taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine. These two look more like a couple. Joseph looks so out of place here. Under this pink shirt, he's gotta be like the creepiest dude in the cul-de-sac. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my 5th.
Come on.
I've squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary. Okay, geez. Oh wait, this is Joseph and Mary? Like, super biblical. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Oh no, this little snot. Ah, Lucian, have I introduced you to Sam yet? Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christensen? May I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up, bud. Are you a vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They describe carnivorous type people as blood lappers. Dad.
Aye.
That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Or a dagger. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yep. I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's so cool. Want to see mine? What? Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian.
Oh no.
We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. Just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful, though. That number carries weight. Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. Without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties on the grill. flourishing as he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese on the patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. You probably don't know this, Sam, but Joseph's known around here for his grillsmanship. He's ungrillievable.
Nice.
You've tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist?
Oh.
I've never seen him make a mistake.
Ah.
Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop. All of the children at the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. Alright guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers.
Oh.
Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac. Kinda nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all of the kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you add us all on Dadbook? Dadbook?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes. Don't worry, Pops, I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmenista and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Pretty fun, don't you think? Okay. I'm gonna have to save. This part ran way too long, but thanks for coming with me on this journey, cosmonauts. I'll see you in the next part. Bye!